Welcome back to Dungeon Defenders Eternity and Reclaw, Malinka and Calaf. Hello.
Hey.
Hello. So this time round, instead of a private tavern, we've gone into a public tavern, hence why we've got Idir here. I guess is the only extra person here, but that's fine.
No, there's someone up there as well, Ukyo.
Oh yeah. And you can chat to people in a public tavern, and there's Luzir over in the corner over there. So there's a few other people in this tavern.
The private taverns that we're in right now were only introduced in the latest patch for us. Before that, it was one gigantic mess in the public taverns. Everyone was there, everyone was shouting, using towers. You couldn't hear the ruckus over the ruckus, basically.
Yeah.
Now the private taverns are introduced, and we've got 2 people. Wow. Well, okay, 3. There's someone over there hiding, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Still.
It's nice to have the option. If you're feeling more publicly minded, then you join a public tavern. If you're feeling more private orientated, you can, hide away in the corner. It's fine. Just rock slowly back and forth in your little corner. And anyway, sorry.
The voices. The voices.
Shall we head into a level then?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to do a summoner thing this time. Because we probably need to unlock some more abilities before we can show off another proper summoner showdown.
I do.
Summoner? You mean
correct
something else?
Though.
Chester.
Oh, okay, go on. Let's have your errata, then, Reclaw.
So I was saying about the barbarians doing the most damage, because I was like, oh, look at the numbers, and then Caliph comes in here with this new stupid weapon. He's all like, bitch, please.
Even I gave myself a little
bit
of an upgrade here. I've grabbed a huntress weapon to equip myself. I've got a selection of ammo, which is running out, and then I have to wait for the reload, but the reload time's pretty quick. So that's pretty nice.
In other news, it's all in the weapons, basically.
Yeah.
Then there's me. Damage? What's that?
It's alright.
I'm happy if I hit 400.
So let's head into the Magus' quarters, and let's get started, shall we?
Yes, sir. Campaign party request. Here we go.
Okay.
Helpful tip of the day. Using dash helps you avoid attacks. Well, I haven't noticed that yet, to be honest.
Oh,
Every time I dash into the next attack. That's that control button. Where you jump forward a bit.
The only time I've ever used it, if I find myself in a crowd of enemies that I'm struggling to get out of, then I might dash, but most of the time I don't. But, I'm not as dexterous on the old keyboard and mouse as I used to be, so I'm sure there are people who use it tons. That's fine, whatever. Let's go grab the mana on this map. So this map is like our initial introduction to flying creatures. I'm not sure if you get them in the first wave. I don't think you do. I think it's like wave 3 or something.
No, you get them in the second wave. Check shift. Oh no.
Let's go this way first.
So, sir, if you would set up some walls, I'll put down some defenses by those walls, actually.
Yep, I will do.
This is gonna be the map where I kill myself.
So positive.
Fun fact, if you kill yourself by falling into the lava while in the build phase, you won't lose your mana. If you do it while in the combat phase, bye-bye mana. And of course you look like an idiot.
Well, that's
Who wants my mana then?
give me a second. I've
Hot
still
tub
got
time machine.
stuff to do, so...
Anyway, I've dropped the mana down there. It's a green coin.
Alright. I'll go pick it up.
Wreck, you just ran over the mana.
It doesn't matter, you can
You
pass
thief.
it to me in a minute, it's fine.
I was respawning from my hot tub time machine.
Just press F.
There you go.
There we go.
There's all mine too.
Thank you.
Well, we haven't really got a
Hungry
lot
for
else
the
to
mana.
do, have we?
No, that's true.
Hungry for
Alright, I'm gonna stay down here and flame these guys.
So, I've set up for a fairly classical build for this, and there's obviously lots of entry points, but we've basically nailed it down to 3. And I've put the blockers.
Can you move a bit, Fire?
those 3.
Thank you.
Other than that, I've just run out of mana, so looks like we're gonna get.
Same here, but I managed to put down 6 towers, so I'm happy.
Yep. And
I'll be supporting those with fireball turrets in a bit.
Okay.
You'll probably be putting down proton beams in front of them.
Yep. Just make sure we save up enough defense units for that, and also enough defense units to make
Yep,
sure we've got some spam on the.
In the next wave, I'll put down towers for the birdies.
Yeah. All right. Let's ready up.
I guess I'll stay on
we
the
go.
central veranda and just do whatever.
No worries. We'll save our little stories that we have planned for not the first wave. The first wave's a bit too short, really. So let's say we do have flying creatures that come in. You've got 2 choices about where to put the turrets. You can put them here, but I find it just slightly better to place them on the higher mid sections. I find that's a little bit more useful. Oh yeah, this weapon's much better. I know they're immune, so they're just coming out the door, but yeah, so much.
Almost sounds like,
I
oh
feel
yeah,
a bit
feels so
guilty.
good.
It does. It feels so good. Oh, this one's lightning immune. I'm using a lightning weapon. So I guess the thing I could talk about a little bit is that there is lightning, fire, and poison damage. I think they're the 3 different types. Cool. And you're setting up the anti-flying turrets, aren't you? There.
Yep, they're done. 2 of them should be
got
fine,
a
I
ton
think.
of mana.
And I've got a hunger to use them.
Okay. Well.
Right, I've left it in the middle. Big blue coin.
Okay. Fantastic.
Oh boy.
I'm pretty full at the
Mana,
moment.
mana, 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 mana. Got it. Fireball! Ho! Where shall I place
What'd you
you?
call me?
Oh, cool. You've got the flying defences.
Yeah. I'll come up and show those in just a second, and let me just grab all this stuff first.
Well, I may not have the range with this weapon to deal with the fly. So I think you should be alright for that though, Fire.
Oh look, Voldex has just showed up. It's a bit late. Oh well. Poor Voldex, he can have to wait till next week. I'm not messing around now.
Aye. Or indeed the week after. I'm away
Don't
next week.
tell him I stole his spot, please.
Well,
I don't want to hear his flapping gum.
oh,
You didn't steal it. We gave it to you because we
By
paid Voldex.
Avalon.
yeah, because Voldex was slacking. We said in the afternoon. Well, I guess it's still, strictly speaking, the afternoon, but you know, I had been spamming in messages for ages.
Okay,
Did
we've got
anyone need
suicide
my mana,
goblin.
by the way?
we
I'm
can always
okay.
use your mana.
Personally, I'm just going to spend the rest of my mana on upgrades from here on out. I feel like I've got a fairly solid setup that the rest of the mana is probably good for upgrades.
Yep, I'm going to use the rest of the defense points to put down some fireball turrets.
Okay.
But I need more mana for that. Those things are expensive.
You can see here we've got fireball towers here. They're the anti-flight ones, which are fine to have around. We're going to have lots of spare DU,
Oh, that's
but
very cool.
on hard mode, on medium mode, which is what we've got it on, you don't really need all your defense units. It's when we start playing more difficulty levels and get deeper in the game. We're a bit under leveled to do anything too tricky at the moment anyway, so
I don't know, I reckon we could do this on hard.
possibly, I
There.
don't know. They have a recommended level for these things, so that way you play through the game on like normal mode, and then you play it through again on hard, and play it through again on ultra hard, then on nightmare, and that kind
And
of
then you grind ramparts because that's fun.
I think I should be able to solo the ogres. I have a 5-second slow on my pet, so
What
he
ogre?
should be able to lock him down.
Cool. Well, the ogres are late in,
We
I
got
think,
two.
if we get them. You mean your...
Oh,
Still on fires, by the way.
Oh wait, no, those are just orcs. I'm dumb.
Yeah, so
Okay,
I don't
I
know
was
if you
gonna
can.
flame
magic
throw
button,
them
people. Let's get this show going.
Let's get this train wreck going.
That's your ogre. I have no idea. I don't know. I just didn't see their portrait clearly or something.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I'm not even sure you get an ogre on this one. You might do.
you want to
I
see
think you
these
do,
orcs
yeah.
die fine?
That's alright. I'm killing all the little goblins. was going to tell a story,
Not
but I've
mana.
forgotten which story it was that I was going to tell first.
I'll start with a story then.
Okay, go on. Story of the way.
As most of you know, most of us have played World of Warcraft. I'm not sure about Reclaw, but Caliph, Fire and I have. Quite a bit, actually.
It's a stupid game. I've never played it before, ever.
This week I saw a message in the news, and I have no idea what to think of it. Normally, when you make a character, you start it. You start grinding your basic starting area. Once you're done, you go to the next area, and so on, and so on, and so on. That's how you play the game. Well, at least in my opinion. Now, there's apparently someone who was too lazy to move away. So what did he do? Well, lazy is one way to interpret it, because this actually took more time. He leveled himself to level 90 in the Pandaren starting area. He went nowhere else whatsoever.
Yeah, I did hear about this guy myself a few weeks ago, and oh, by the way, this is the first wave with the wyverns, the flying ones. But yeah, I heard about it a few weeks ago, and they had a party kind of thing for his last, you know, ding up to 90, 89 to 90, and had everyone go to the Pandaren starting area and make characters and do the last bit of leveling with him. Yeah, it's kind of insane.
Okay. If you see how much XP you need to get to 90 and how much you only get in the starting areas, that's not fun. Well,
He
at
had
least
to
for
do
us
a
it's
lot
not.
of gathering.
Yeah, I heard it was mostly done through gathering because, you know, eventually the mobs stop giving you XP, so...
True, that could actually work. Still boring as hell.
Yeah, I agree. But, you know, people set themselves goals and that's fine. If that's what they want to do. It's their game, play it the way you want it. It's like the Burger King of World of Warcraft.
And in the end, there's actually no difference than, for example, going for the Lore Master achievement, doing so many quests.
Near the end of it, it was
I know.
actually relaxing. There's no real pressure to that sort of thing. It's literally just a mindless grind. So, as long as you've got a Hulu Plus or a Netflix subscription, it's. I mean.
Okay, I'm good to go.
That is
Wave
true.
that.
Ready?
I think I've got fireball turrets on every side, mana turrets as well. For 14 defense. Yeah, good to go.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, we look pretty well defended.
That's one of the
Okay.
weaknesses of the mage classes, in my opinion, of the adept and the apprentice. The fireball turret is elemental based, so a quarter of the mobs, well, you won't be damaging with this tower. Luckily, the mana towers are non-aligned, so once those guys get a bit closer, the non-elemental turrets will take care of it.
Oh, great. The first wyvern that came out, I was going to show me killing it, but it was anti-lightning, which is pretty much...
Yeah, I saw.
Got an immune to poison. Can someone come around and...
do you want to ping? C?
Oh no, forget it. It's dead.
Oh, okay.
Long live the towers and all that, huh?
So I guess it's my turn for Story of the Wave. It's a story of the wave. So I'm a big fan of strategy gaming and that kind of thing. And one of the my favourite YouTubers is a guy called Quill18. And unfortunately on Thursday I was too busy to watch his last stream that he was doing because I changed my gun. I didn't want to do that. Never mind. Yeah, too busy to watch his last stream, so I did miss out. But I get a message from an old friend of mine saying, "Are you subscribed to Quill18?" And I was like, "Well, yeah. Why? How did you know?" And he says, "Well, because you kind of feature in the latest videos of his." So he's been playing Europa Universalis, and in a conversation that we'll be doing in a minute, but as our next story of the wave, I guess, he was trying to recreate Scottish independence within that game. And his first child that he had was a girl, and then he picks a random subscriber to name it after, and it happened to be me. So his firstborn became Princess Fireweaver, as he then planned to rule the world with Scotland as me. So if you're interested in seeing that, he's going to be, because the stream's like 7 hours long if you want to re-watch it, but he's actually going to release it in more bite-sized chunks, and will be available on Quill 18's YouTube channel. So if you're interested in that, that's available. It was just amusing to me that I suddenly became Princess Fireweaver. That's only a small story, I guess.
I want to be a
Well, to
princess.
us, you've always been a pretty princess.
I'm jealous.
You jelly. You jelly of my belly. Is that how it works? No. I've got no idea. I'm just sprouting
Oh,
crap
gee.
now.
That turned an interesting direction. Not sure what to say there.
There's something I'm going to mention though.
Fun to thought.
Right, is this level has a problem with it because of the lava. Items drop into the lava and you can't pick them up. You can see them as grey spots on the map when they're in the lava. It's a bit unfortunate.
My character looks kind of like Bob the Builder now.
Nice.
No, I'm serious. I'll come look at you.
One
Like,
sec.
look at this helmet.
Ooh, suit you, sir.
Oh my god, Rick.
Bob the
ridiculous.
Barbarian. Can he hit it? It's the Barbarian. Yes.
Bob
Okay.
the Barbarian. No!
Om nom nom.
Oh, you almost
No, I
lost me.
can't. I can make it work.
Nice.
Well,
Still no ogres?
I've got mana
Here
if
we
you
go.
need it. Otherwise, I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm.
yeah, just upgrade stuff, I'd say.
There's a few items on the ground I've not picked up. I don't really care. It's fine.
Nah, it'll be money. Money, money, money. Have you
You
already
know-
shown off what we can do with money in this game? I know we did in our first Dungeon Defenders videos, of course, but...
Maybe we'll show it next episode or something. It'll be fine. I need to change my weapon.
You know,
back. But go on, sorry.
I was reminded of all of the games I've played recently that are kind of broken all of a sudden.
Go on.
And that might be a conversation topic if you'd like me to bring it up.
Well, yeah, I thought we were gonna talk about Scotland. Should we do the
Oh yeah, I forgot about
thing?
Scotland. I'm dumb. Okay, I'll wait. It's fine.
Okay,
You can be forgiven,
that's alright, that's alright.
just not by me.
So, as most people, it's fairly old news now. Scotland had a vote for independence a few days ago, and the result of which was a resounding, no, we don't want to be independent, we want to be slaves to the British, apparently. And, you know, I'm not sure if you can count them as slaves if they willingly decide to become slaves. I don't think that works.
I think the official term is minion.
Minion. British minions. That sounds good.
I think they just want the protection and the benefits and not have to start their own currency and, you know, all that stuff. But I don't know, it's just me.
Well, what do you know?
are right.
Maybe it's because the queen is hot.
I was mostly being
Yeah.
silly about it.
I'd give her one.
Would you?
Oh, Malinka, you're making me blush!
What's the point in giving them the queen one? It still would only put you, what, like, fourth in line to the throne or something? I don't know. Well, at least your son or something, or...
Down Periscope, Your Majesty.
Wow. God. That wasn't the direction this conversation was going to go for our Scotland one, but never mind. Jesus wept.
That got weird really fast.
It always does. It's fine though. What was I going to say? So yeah, one thing that's particular of note about the Scottish thing, because there's a massive debate of whether it's good or bad, and I don't really want to get into it because politics isn't particularly a good conversation topic at the best of times to be sharing. But one thing I do want to talk about, I guess, is democracy and how it's like a win for democracy, because the turnout for it is probably the highest I've ever seen in my lifetime. Was it 80-90% attendance? God, it's like the World of Warcraft all over again with attendance counts. But you know what I mean.
I don't think we've ever had that high in attendance, like, unless it was a new area.
Yeah, exactly. It's what I
Actually,
mean.
I don't know. It's like 4 million.
It's pretty
In Scotland or
ridiculous. You know, a poll count. I guess I don't know what the official name for that stuff is, but
There's
whatever.
90% of everyone voted, but then also 16 and 17-year-olds could vote in that one as well. I think it's the first time.
Yeah, and it's, most people, especially of that young age, they don't tend to find themselves, in this country at least, particularly find themselves engaged in politics. They don't. No one generally gives a.
No, but the
Big
fact is, I see it like, I did think for a while 16 is a bit young, and then I think about all the fuckwits I meet who are in their 30s and 40s and think, yeah, whatever, it's not going to make any difference.
So that's an example of, you know, a country basically taking matters into their own hands and really making a decision for themselves. You know, everyone getting involved and making a decision that matters for them. And I want to talk about a little bit about, like, that's a success story, but I want to talk about when it goes wrong. And for this, we have to over the large seas again, I'm afraid, Reclaw, and over to your lovely country, to the supposed king or queens or whatever you want to call it of democracy. And let's talk about how it can go horribly, horribly wrong. So,
Oh, for fuck's sake, just get it over with.
I love drawing this out. It's amazing. So Reclaw can explain it better because I don't understand the details completely. But school districts in America are basically set out so that the locals of a school district, they can decide to join the school council board, whatever you call them, the school governors, and they can let's ready up for the next round. Yeah, they join the school governors and they can have a say about their local schools and their local children and what goes on. And you know, you'd think that's, you know, you vote your governor in and you think, oh, that sounds good. They get a say in how their kids are brought up. Am I got that about right, Reclaw?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
So, I believe it's somewhere like in New Jersey or something in a particular school district that in this school district you've got a lot of private schools, you've got a lot of public schools, and obviously with the school governor system, they really generally make decisions on public schools and as opposed to private schools. However, those people in those who live in those districts still pay the taxes to pay for public schools, whether or not they've got children in a public or private school system. Right? So in this particular district is that you have the minority are, I think they're Latin American. I could be wrong. I think they're Latin American minority there, but they still hold the most people who are in public schools.
Ogre!
But then,
Where is he?
but then in the private,
I got him. He's on top of me.
In the middle.
I'll come over. So in the private school system, there's a lot of a big Jewish community there instead, and unfortunately,
Record, watch your health.
the Jewish community
I'm good.
Got it.
is a lot bigger than the Latin American community that is there. And so all of these Jewish community and their parents and stuff, they didn't like the fact that all of their kids went to private schools and they were paying for public, you know, funding for the public schools, and they weren't really gaining the benefits. But because they were the majority, they decided that they could actually influence things. So all of the school governors are Jewish school governors, because the majority of the people are there, even though they don't actually have any kids in their schools. And their decision as a governing system was to take all the money out of the public school system, close a whole bunch of schools down, get rid of most of the teachers, and and then just make sure that they personally saved a lot of money themselves, which is absolutely amazing. And so I saw a schedule for one of these students from a public school system. I'll carry on talking about this while we're picking up the final loot. Oops, I'm clicking on the wrong one here. That's fine. The schedule looked like this. It was like algebra when they came into school, followed by lunch, followed by study break, which is effectively just sitting in the library not being taught, followed by another lesson, I don't know, geography or whatever it was. And that was pretty much their day every day. And, you know, they'd only actually, out of 8 periods in the day, they're only actually being taught for 2 or 3 of them. It's pretty messed up.
Oh.
So there's an example of when democracy can go very wrong because, yeah, the people in charge are not the people who are involved in the system at all, really, except for the taxes side, I guess. I'm sure you can find out a lot more about it because there's a lot more screwed up stories to go with that, but I can't. We don't have time to go through the details, and it's a bit boring.
I hadn't even heard of this, to be honest, and now I'm gonna have to go look it up.
Yeah, me neither. That's a new one.
It was on the American Life or That American Life podcast that they were talking about it. So that's how I heard about it. But Jesus, it was crazy. Yeah. A few little upgrades. But yeah, it just makes you think. You know, sometimes democracy works, sometimes it doesn't, and you know, at the end of the day, it's crowd mentality almost is the problem with it. You know, sometimes a crowd mentality can do a lot of good, and sometimes a crowd mentality can go bad. Just like I don't know, charity events suddenly go viral. The ALS thing. Well, I know that there's a lot of discussion over the ALS, whether it's good or bad, but I mean, at the end of the day, at least some money is going to charity. Whether or not it's going to ALS or not, I know that some people put their money to other charities in the name of ALS, which is always good. But, you know, having the awareness and the group mentality for that is good. And then sometimes you have mob warfare, where suddenly you get rioting in the streets for no real reason, like the London riots we had a few years ago, where there wasn't really a decent political reason to do it. They just went out and did it. So I don't know. I think it's very.
Oh hell, we're having our own riots right now, basically, in that one town. That's still going, apparently.
Yeah.
Still going?
Yeah,
I
the
thought
thing
that
in Ferguson's
you,
still
the
going.
one that started with alleged police brutality and all that. That one.
Yeah, it's still a thing.
Wow.
Like it's not getting the same media coverage because they're trying to keep people away from it, but it's still an ongoing issue, and it's still very sad and stupid and angering. This is gonna sound stupid. I see Tumblr articles about it all the time, and every time I see one, it's like updated to the past 2 days or something, and someone's reblogging it, and I'm just like, really? You guys haven't figured this crap out yet? Are you serious? It's distressing. One of the depressing topics I was told not to talk about by Firelight. Whoopsie doodles.
No, it's absolutely fine.
Anyways, I'm good to go.
We're actually finished, so yeah. Thank you for joining us for this slightly politically based and more thought-provoking episode of Dungeon Defenders. Maybe you learnt something, maybe you think we're twats. Please let us know in the comments below. And from Fireweaver...
Especially if you think Fire's a twat.
Malinka and Reclaw. We'll see you
Like,
next
save, and
time.
subscribe if you think Fireweaver's a douche.
Take care, everyone. Goodbye.
See you next time.
Bye.